Hey guys, I'm Steff and welcome back to my beauty stash. Today I am so excited because we are sitting down and playing with the brand new Physicians Formula Matte MONOI? MONOI? Not too sure. Butter bronzer. I picked up the shade Bronze and I picked up the shade Sunkissed at my local Walmart. They had a really nice, pretty display. And you guys know I couldn't wait to jump on here and share them with you guys. Now, before we begin, I have a new lighting setup going on. I have a new setup all around. So let me know what you think about the lighting. I'll be honest, guys, I'm like really blinded right now. I have these two new LED lights, one right here, one right here. And guys, they're super bright, but I think if I turn them down, I'm not too sure how it would look. So we're gonna go with it today. If you notice anything funny, leave it in the comments down below as far as lighting goes so that I can be sure to fix it in time for my next video. But let's jump into the reason why you all are here. You all know that I am a huge fan of the Physicians Formula Traditional Butter Bronzer. I have a couple of these beauties in my stash and I absolutely love it. I'm almost about to hit pan in this one, but this is definitely one of my favorite bronzers as far as shade goes, as far as performance goes. I don't mind the smell at all. To me, it's like a nice coconut tropical scent, which I do not mind. The only thing I'm not too crazy about with this is the packaging. It is rather bulky. There's a mirror on this side and it does come with a brush, which I threw out. I kind of just wish the mirror was right here and then we took off this bottom part and then call it a day. But other than that, this is like my ride or die bronzer. This is definitely one of my favorite bronzers of all time. And to be honest, guys, I feel like this is pretty matte. At least on me, I don't get a lot of the sheen or shimmer or anything like that. Definitely no shimmer because there is no shimmer in it, but I feel it's pretty matte. So for them to come out with one that they are calling matte, which is this one right here, I definitely wanted to give it a shot. Now, in my local Walmart, they had two different shades. They had Sunkissed and then they had Bronzer, which I use the shade Bronzer in the traditional, the original butter bronzer. So I am going to show you guys some swatches and I still have them here, but I am going to show you some swatches that I did of these bronzers in natural lighting. So I'll go ahead and insert those now. And I'm sure you guys saw that at the end, I inserted a photo of what these bronzers look like in indoor lighting with flash. And here they are right here, guys. I've had these on for a while already. This is the original butter bronzer in the shade Bronze. This one is the matte bronzer in the shade Bronze. And then this is the matte in the shade Sunkissed. So you can kind of see what they look like here. But I definitely think the swatch photos I inserted should be enough for you to go by if you are along the same skin tone line as I am. Now, both of these bronzers retail for $12.47, and again, I did pick it up in store at Walmart. You can find the matte bronzer in the shade Bronze also in their All-Star palette, which I'll insert a picture of that here. They did have that in stock in my local Walmart. And I want to say that retails for about $18. However, I didn't pick it up because, again, I'm not a fan of that bulky packaging. I have this other palette that I got from Physicians Formula a while back, which I am trying to depot. So I really didn't want to have another bulky palette in my collection that I didn't want to deal with. And I thought, you know what, I'd rather have these. They're a little bit smaller and I can can store them better. So guys, as far as what I have on my face, I have quite a few Physicians Formula products going on. My foundation, the lip is Physicians Formula, and then in my eyes, I'm actually wearing both of these matte bronzers. I have bronzer in the crease and I have Sun-Kissed on the lower lash line. And then I jumped into this palette and I used the two highlighter shades, which are right here. This one is the one, it's kind of hard to see this in the monitor. This is the one that I have on my eyelid, and then this is the one I have in my inner corner. I think you can find these as individuals. I don't know if this set is still available. I've had it in my stash for a while, but if it is, I will have it linked in the description box along with all of the other products that I have on my face. And of course, the bronzers, I think you can buy them. I don't think you can find them online yet. Not at Walmart. I want to say you can find them at Rite Aid online, maybe in store. There's no Rite Aids where I live. So I was lucky enough to have found them in only one. I went to 3 different Walmarts and only one of my local Walmarts had it in stock. So I'm going to do one side with the shade Bronze and the other side with the shade Sun-Kissed. Now, I do want to warn you guys, in swatching these, they have a scent. They have a scent that is nothing like what the traditional butter bronzer smells like. I happen to like that scent. That scent has never bothered me. This scent, however, is something totally different. It's pretty strong. And if you think that the scent in the original butter bronzer is strong, then holy cow, just by opening it, I can smell this already. This one is a matte bronzer. This is just the shade Bronzer. But, oh my God, like it's a strong scent. Since I do have it on my eyes, it didn't irritate my eyes or anything when I was applying it in the crease or along the lower lash line, but you could smell it. Like I was able to smell it while I was applying it, but it did go away. I don't want to say it went away quickly, but it did go away after a couple minutes. So if you are really sensitive when it comes to fragrance in your products, you might want to be careful with this. And if you've tried the traditional butter bronzer and you absolutely can't go near that scent, or maybe you think it's too strong, then this is definitely gonna be too strong for you. So just a word of caution, a heads up. Usually fragrance, it doesn't bother me. And like I said, you know, I don't like the way it smells, but I can get past it if it's a decent formula. So let's go ahead and jump into this demo of these new Physicians Formula Matte MONOI bronzers. I'm so sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. All right, guys, so let's start with the matte bronzer. This is the shade Bronze. I really like the outer packaging. It is an updated look from the traditional butter bronzer, which, by the way, they did change the packaging of this. Well, the color of the packaging, not like the type of packaging, but I think it's really cute. I like the color scheme. I like the little flowers right here, very tropical. And then this is what it looks like on the inside. Of course, down here you have the mirror, and then you have the brush, which I'm gonna get rid of the brush, don't need that. And then of course back here you do have the shade, which this one is matte bronzer. Now you can kind of see there is some kick up in the pan. This is from when I was doing my eyeshadow. So let me clean off my brush really quick. So let me go ahead and pick some up. The brush I'm using is a Rephr number 5. And there is kick up in the pan even with this brush. Top it off. Let's start buffing this on my cheeks. So definitely you can smell the scent, and it smells like what do I want to say? How would I describe this scent? I wouldn't say that it's floral. It doesn't remind me of any food. Maybe like a cheap powder or a cheap perfume, maybe. I don't know. I don't like the scent at all. I would have loved for this one to have just the traditional bronzer, butter bronzer scent. I really love that one. What does MONOI stand for? Maybe that's a certain type of flower or fragrance. Maybe that's what the fragrance is. I don't know. Leave me a comment. What does that stand for? MONOI. And it is applying really well, really smooth, just the way the traditional butter bronzer does. So I think it's a really nice shade for my skin tone. What do you guys think? No bronzer? Bronzer. It looks nice. And I don't think it's like overly matte. Like I still feel like I have a nice little glow to my skin, and that could be the foundation. I'm wearing the Physicians Formula, the Healthy Foundation, which, by the way, if you love that one, I would pick it up ASAP because I do believe that is already discontinued, or it might just be sold in store at Walmart from now on. I'm not too sure, but I know it's going away in a lot of retailers. So, all right, so I do like that. I like that a lot. I'm gonna take a little synthetic brush and I'm just gonna go down the sides of my nose. Take this little brush from Wet n Wild, just kind of clean it off a little bit. And I'm just gonna go down the side of my nose where I would traditionally place my bronzer. Again, this is the shade that I have in my crease right now. Really love the shade. I think the shade is really, really pretty. And it blends out like a dream. No problems with patchiness or anything. All right, let me clean off my rougher brush so that we can jump over to the other side and use the shade Sunkissed. So this is the shade Sunkissed, same packaging. This one I do feel leans a little bit more warm, maybe more on the red side versus the traditional bronze shade. And of course you do have that little brush and the mirror down there. Let me take out the brush. Same scent, same, ugh, no, I don't like it. Thank God it does go away. You're not gonna be smelling this all day long, but you're definitely gonna smell it while you're applying it. So you can see, I think there is more pigment in this one. It's a darker shade, slightly darker shade, just because I do feel it does provide more warmth. And this is maybe a little bit more of a cooler tone color. So you could easily pair them with each other. And if you were gonna pair them, I would definitely do the bronze shade first, and then I would go over it with Sunkissed. At least on me, on my skin tone, that's how I would pair it. Or you could do the bronze shade right in here and do Sunkissed up here, and then maybe even do a little bit of Sunkissed and bronze on the nose. I mean, just play around with it, guys, till you find the perfect combination to fit your skin type, or your skin tone, I should say. Again, there is kick up in the pan. That never bothers me, but if it bothers you, I don't know what to tell you. Be careful, or, you know, expect it, because it is gonna be there. Again, this one is very smooth. No issues with blending. Just looks really nice. Like, I love these. I think this is probably the best product that Physicians Formula makes. And man, they make some really great highlighters too. I mean, this, what I have on my eye, that's a highlighter. It's a really intense highlighter. But definitely, if you ever get to travel again, which hopefully it'll be soon, right? Hopefully in 2021 we can get back to traveling a bit. You could totally just take this with you and use a highlighter the way I did, and that's it. You have your eyeshadow in your bronzer. So now I'm going to take that same little Wet n Wild brush and I'm going to go down the side of my nose. All right, so this is Sunkissed and this is bronze. What do you guys think? Performance-wise, impeccable. Beautiful, No issues performance-wise, shade-wise. I think they're both gorgeous. I would hope that they come out with a darker shade, because I know the traditional bronzer, they do have a deep shade. So I'm really hoping that maybe that was just something my Walmart didn't carry, or this was a very new display. I want to say they put this up yesterday or maybe even this morning. So it could have been that they didn't just have all of the products on hand to put out. So I'm hoping that's the case, because as of right now, I only saw these 2 shades in my local Walmart. So maybe once this is more readily available, then we'll see the complete shade range come out. Because I would think, you know, if they have it in the traditional bronzer, then they would have a deeper shade in this new matte bronzer. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for that one. I'm really, really happy with it. It didn't mess with the foundation. I did have setting powder on pretty much my entire face, and the setting powder I had on was the Maybelline Fit Me. So it blended really nicely over all of that. Now that I have the bronzer on, I'm just going to add a little bit of this blush that's here. This one is Natural Glow. Just get a little blush brush. And again, I think these might be available as singles. I don't know that this little palette that I have is still available. It did come with that little perfume, which I actually love that perfume because it smelled like the traditional butter bronzer. But it was some time ago that I did pick it up. Now I'm going to add a little bit of this lighter shade right here. This one is called Full Moon. I do have this shade in my inner corner as well. All right, guys, so this is the completed bronzer look. What do you guys think? I'm a huge fan, minus the scent. If you can get past it, which I know you will, just hang in there for a couple minutes, then you should be good to go. This is really a pretty bronzer. I have never had an issue with the traditional butter bronzer fading on me. It looks great all day long. I cannot tell you how these are going to wear because I literally picked them up a couple hours ago and I just came straight home and started making this video, but I will definitely update you guys later on in another video and of course over on my Instagram, but I do not foresee wear being a problem. I do think they are going to wear really nicely for a good period of time throughout the day. I don't think you have to worry about that at all. So guys, leave me your thoughts down below. What do you think of Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer? What do you think of the traditional? What do you think of these new matte butter bronzers? Are these going to be on your grocery list the next time you head into Walmart? Leave it in the comment section down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. Cheers. And I will see you all very soon. Bye.